All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakapadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of JMS who rules well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is Russia in Guard to the Weak. And basically, that's pursuant to Joel, the third chapter, and Ezekiel chapter 38. Because as we reach towards the end of this current age of the rulership of Esau Edom, we see the signs and tokens taking place. Let me go to the scriptures here. Sorry. We see the signs and the tokens taking place of the things mentioned in the scriptures, right? And that is the fact that Babylon the Great will be drawn into World War III by the hands of let me grab that. I want to grab a few things actually. So I'll grab those to start off with. Let me see where this is at. 51. All right, so this is Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right, and this is going to the fact that the JJs, the Jewishes over there in the land of Israel will draw out and drag Babylon, which is America, to World War III, in particular, because we are at that time, right? The scriptures speak of the second world and the first world and the third world coming quickly, right? And we are witnessing the beginning stages of that, right? The scriptures in Matthew 24 says these are the beginnings of sorrow, these things must come to pass. So basically that's what we're witnessing, because the fake JOOs, they went on a ceasefire with, I believe it was Lebanon, and they started a war with Syria, and they involved, just different people. It really don't matter. They're just drawing out Babylon the Great to war. So that was the point with that. Jeremiah 15:45 speaks about the JOOs bringing Babylon the Great, which USA, to war with them, dragging them. And, like I explained, we can see that Benjamin Netanyahu is doing that. He's on the warpath, right? He can't stop. There was a ceasefire. He broke the ceasefire and started a whole nother war, right? Relit a new war to continue the war machine going. So that's the point with that. I have here Revelations 7:20, Revelations 20 and 7, right? It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Because also what we see here is that basically the Roman Empire fell, and then it was brought back, right, through America, right, Babylon the Great, and it's here now. And what it's doing is basically bringing Gog, which is Russia, to war, right? And how that is happening is a part of what I just read in Jeremiah 50, right? Because the least of the flock, which is the JOOs, have already dragged Babylon the Great into what they are doing, because Babylon the Great is supplying them with all the things that they need, basically, whether it be missiles or money, whatever the case may be, and also just helping them from what they have already started. It already has been lit, right? That's why the fighting is happening now, and it's just growing and growing and growing and intensifying. And that's why you have now Donald Trump, president-elect, trying his hardest, his damnedest to fix things, which there's no healing of Babylon, right? That's Jeremiah 51, verse 9. And we have Second Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, right? When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall befall them, right? And these are what we're seeing, right? So let me grab those. I'll grab those real quick. There's no healing and there's no peace and safety, but they, what is it? Donald Trump, he's trying. Jeremiah 51 and 9, it says, we'll start at 8. Jeremiah 51 and 8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up unto the sky. So the Most High Yahweh Bashmi Shah is not happy with Babylon the Great, right? And he has proclaimed the judgment against her, and she has fallen into that snare and into that trap. Grab Isaiah 47. And then Isaiah 47:11, it says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Right, so that was the point. Let me grab the 2 Thessalonians 5:3, or 3 and 5. Is it 1 Thessalonians? 1 Thessalonians 5:3, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. So we see that, Trump is trying his damage to fix things, but it's already hot and heavy. Things are escalating at a fast pace, and that's going to Matthew 12. We can grab that real quick. Or is it Matthew 12? Let me see it. No, Matthew 24. So I wanted, let me, all right, so let me grab it over here real quick. Bear with me, I grabbed the scripture. It's Matthew 24:22. It says, except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, right? So the days are shortened for the elect's sake, and that things are, increasing at a rapid pace. And pursuant to Revelation 12:12, Esau Edom is coming down with that great wrath because he had but a short time, right? And that's why we go to this article here and we see that, America is helping forward this conflict in Syria using what they have been using Ukraine for, this proxy war against, or, the war against Ukraine and Russia. America has been helping Ukraine, and now the war with Syria, that Israel, is also joint helping and all of that. It all goes back to, Babylon the Great and the JOOs. It says Russia claims Ukraine involved in the Syria conflict. And why this is important is because in prophecy, in scriptures, pursuant to Ezekiel 38, all American allies, well, I'm not going to say all, most of all American allies are going to turn on them and be joint with Russia and come against Babylon the Great. So, and that's why the nations are looking to Russia now as that new moral standard of the world. Pursuant to Psalms 49:11, their inward thought is that they shall continue forever, and that's the whole point. So now they're looking for new leaders, right? The weak nations, pursuant to Joel 3, the scriptures say, let the weak say I'm strong. They're looking for new leaders. And that new leader will be, the likes of Russia, China, right? These individuals, and no longer America. So these nations are seeing that, because shameful spewing is becoming on America's glory. It's going to Habakkuk 2:16. Just because of how they're acting, and because they're the fucking devil, pretty much, and these things are starting to be shown, and it's being shown in a big way by this guy here, actually moving around the world, fucking things up, you know, showing exactly what they're about and what they do. That's just one of those people that's, you know, doing that. And then the situation over there where the JWOs are, the world are seeing how America's reacting to that. They don't like it. A lot of things they're not liking. A lot of things have been taking place, even, you know, regarding, you know, gas pipelines and things like that to get, you know, resources and things needed for survival. America has did things that cause their own allies to suffer. And obviously they don't care about it. So therefore these people don't care about them anymore. Are starting to lose care for them. Right. So that's that shameful spewing on their glory because they have a agenda. Right. This goes into the banking elites. And I'm talking a lot now, but basically this goes to the banking elites and their master plan that, you know, they won't fulfill. And I'll get the scripture. Job set the bounds. And of course, Job 20, you know, when he's about to fill his belly. That's Job 14 and 5. And then we'll get these articles. You know, I mean, nothing's not wrong. The scripture said, if any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of Yahweh Bashmi Shah, right? So pretty much what I've been speaking of is relating to prophecy, you know, so, but I try my best not to do that, not saying it's a problem or whatever the case may be. Job 14 and 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass, right? So they only can go so far, right? Because they're doing the will of Yahweh Bashmi Shah. Right? It says, turn from him that he may rest till he shall accomplish as in hurling his day. So the Most High allowing this, you know, Esau even to do what he does until the Most High destroys him. That's why the scriptures say Babylon have been the golden cup in the Lord's hand, and therefore the nations are mad. And we're saying that every day it gets worse and worse. These nations are upset. It says Russia claims Ukraine involved in Syrian conflict. Moscow says external forces seeking to escalate violence in Syria. It says, according to Russian Foreign Minister spokesperson Maria, a significant Ukrainian trace has been detected among foreign fighters in northwestern Syria. Now, this is the people's voice. We got 17 comments. Let's see what they're talking about. All right, there you go right there. Now, me being who I am, and that's the hopeful elect member of the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shah, a prophet. If I read this, then this video probably be taken down. I don't even know, you know, and that goes, you know, for all the brethren, you know. So, but you can see it here. It says what it says. You got this right there. So, you know. So yeah, I guess, yeah. This guy posted this right here, and this guy here went insane. Seems like, you know. You be the judge. Anyway, back to article. It says the top Russian diplomat cited a report saying that Ukraine's intelligence services may have collaborated with the terrorist group, right? So what they're saying is basically that America has once again put their hand in other men's affairs, and that goes also into Habakkuk, right? And the world sees this, and that's why they're quoting and speaking on it, you know. So it's evident that Esau, even the so-called white man, the likes of Babylon the Great, that starting with the banking elites, are the fucking devil that the Bible speaks of. It says, so this is a Russian news agency, TASS. Pezeshkian tells Putin destabilization in Syria serves Israeli U.S. interests. So what they're saying is, you know, it says the Iranian president highly praised the role that Russia. So this is the point. When I read this, I was like, okay, I'll grab this. And, you know, I'll say, call Allah Yahweh Bashmi Shah. We got 144 up there. All right, it says the Iranian president highly praised the role that Russia and its leader play in maintaining peace and stability in the Middle East, for example, in preserving the territorial integrity of Syria. Right, so basically, going to the scriptures, which we'll grab, Ezekiel 38, Russia is that new beacon of light for these different, surrounding countries that are going to go to war in World War III, which is currently brewing. You have, what is his name? Tucker Carlson did a new interview with Russia's right-hand man, and they stated this. It says, Iranian President Mossad told his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, in phone talks that terrorist activities in Syria are part of a U.S.-Israeli plan to destabilize the situation in the Middle East. The Iranian president office said in a statement, and I didn't grab it, so I'm going to grab it now. Revelations 20:7, it says, when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, right? So now we're dealing with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, Babylon the Great, right? It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, which they did, right? Therefore, the nations are upset and mad now because that shameful spewing is on Babylon the Great's glory, right? And the nations see this. And there it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So what's happening now is that they're gathering together for battle, right? They're gathering for the last war, which is World War III. Somehow, some way, the stupid mindset of the banking elites is that they will come out of this on top and make it through all the prophecies and prevail, which is not the case. Right? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashman Shai. It says, so I read that. It says, we are convinced that the recent events are part of a perilous plan of the U.S. and to be honest, like I said, we'll just say the JOOs to politically destabilize the region in the interest of the JOOs. And that is the least of the flock drawing out Babylon the Great, right? And that's why these two are one and the same, right? They're helping each other. It says was quoted as saying in the statement, it says, according to the politician, the plan is doomed to fail thanks to the unity and corporations of countries in the region, which is facts. The scriptures say this. I mean, ultimately, if their plan is war is happening, but they won't win this war, right? The scriptures say that Russia and these different countries, what it says here, will defeat Russia and the JOOs, America and the JOOs. It says, according to the politician, the plan is doomed to fail thanks to the unity and cooperation of countries in the region. Peshkin highly praised the role that Russia and its leader play in maintaining peace and stability in the Middle East, for example, in preserving the territorial integrity of Syria. It says, I know the colossal efforts you have made recently to control the situation in the region and help resolve the crisis in Syria. The Iranian president was quoted as saying to Putin, right? So that's pretty much the point. And also, this is not the only country in the region that has given praises, to Russia. Armenia is one of those countries that has praised Russia in helping them. So to the scriptures now. We have Revelations 19:10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, right? And we, the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, have that testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy, which we go into, right? Which, Elder Apostle Hard, the Most High has put the spirit on him, and he has instructed, the men up under him to go the right way, right? To follow after Yahweh Bashman Shai, so that's how we come up. Heavy in the prophecies, right? Right. So Revelation 19:10. Jeremiah 28:8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we are called to do and are doing here in these last days. This is Jeremiah. What I wanted from here. 1 and 4. It says, then the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Right, and that's, a exciting thing is exciting, to do. So Isaiah 34:1, it says, come near ye nations to hear and hearken ye people, let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Bashmi shines upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Right, and that's pretty much the point, right? We're prophesying to the nations of what is to be the end, right? The World War III. Let me see if I can grab that. Since there will come quickly. I think it's Revelations 11. Revelations 11:14, it says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly, right? And this woe is complete destruction, utter destruction, right? And the two woes, you had World War I, you had World War II, believe it or not, see it or not, hear it or not, World War III is here, right? And it's going to go nuclear. And then the dominion of Yahweh shall be set up. And he's grabbed that in Daniel 7. Says Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. Who is this? That's 2 Thessalonians 2. This is that man of sin, that wicked Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Daniel 7:25, that's Babylon the Great. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Right, and that's us going through this hell. Right, that's us carrying our cross in this daily walk. That goes for the brother, the sisters, and also the children. The things that we go through. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand unto a time and times and the dividing of times, right? So we were given to our enemies. We served our servitude and slavery, hardcore bondage, all the things we went through, which is going to fall upon our enemies now, which list of our enemies, which is all nations, can be found in Psalms 83. Daniel 7:26, it says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. Whose dominion? Esau, Edom's dominion, right? Because he has ruled the nations, pretty much with an iron fist and bullied these individuals. And that goes into Joel 3 with the weak saying, I am strong, because now you have Russia and these different surrounding countries that's giving praise to Russia now are rising up, basically for the battle, going back to Isaiah 34, and getting ready for war. It says, in the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Right, and we jump up to 18. It says, Daniel 7:18, it says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Right, and that's the point. So, so these individuals are at war. I got second Ezra chapter 9, verse basically 6. I'll get the whole thing, because basically these are the signs and effects that we're seeing. These wars, rumors of wars, that's going back to Matthew 24, which I had quoted earlier. Basically the troubles that are coming upon, uproars of the people, rumors of wars, like I said. It says 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, and this is the best song ever. Right, these scriptures here, I can do a billion videos with these same scriptures, and it'll always sound just how it sounds. Extremely well tuned. A well-tuned song, the best song ever played, right? This is that new song that the saints are singing, the end of Esau, Edom's dominion, right? In the beginning, the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that follows. That's the best thing ever, right? Because our dominion is about to take place. So Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. What's happening right now? Let's get Revelations 1. It says, Revelations 1 and 7, behold, he cometh with clouds. What are the clouds? The chariots. You have multiple meetings around the world taking place right now about the UAPs or AAPs, which are the chariots of the Lord, right? The things that people are taking video of, not knowing what they are. They're calling them drones now. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall woe because of him, even so amen. It says, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashman Shai, which is and which was and which is to come, the Almighty. Right. So the most Yahweh Shai came, died for our sins, and now is at the right hand of the Father. He's coming back in great boldness. As Second Ezra chapter 13, which I got pulled up here, and we'll get. Those clouds are the chariots, and the Most High Yahweh Bashman Shai is visiting this place. So it says, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. It says, therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, you got uproars all over the world. The JWOs, people are uproaring over there for their prime minister acting a fool. You got uproars in I think South Korea went on like a martial law. You had uproars over there. Uproars all over the place. And earthquakes too. Search up earthquakes. It's happening. Right. And then they're in the news talking about unprecedented, biggest earthquake ever. This place just got it, all type of stuff. Right. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And I have a YouTube channel, my second one, and then the end is manifest is right here. This is the point. We're at the end of this thing, whether it be like other Pastor Hart says, 12 months from now, 36 months from now, whatever the case may be, you can clearly see the end is in front of us, right? And that's the point. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and signs and effects. And we're seeing heavily the endings and effects and signs, right? And that's what's happening. So Ezekiel 38. In 1, it says, in the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashman Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against it, right? And this is going into Gomer, Russia, Turkey, right? Gog and Magog is Russia, and they're going to be a guard or a chief prince unto these countries surrounding it. It says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashman Shai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Right, basically, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal or Russia, the Most High is against these individuals. They're still heathen, right? In particular, these are Edomites, right? And the Most High is against them. It says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And once again, that's going to Joel, the 3rd chapter, because the weak are now saying that they're strong, because basically Babylon the Great, America, has been a bully to all nations, dropping bombs on them, and just ruling the nations with an iron fist. And doing so in their different decrees, right, in their laws, and causing the world to wonder after the beast and worship the image of the beast, right, which is their new world order, which is their system, their beast system. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tocomar, the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. And the point right here is many people with thee. Because we have things listed like Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, which is Iran, and then you have Ethiopia and Libya and all of these Gomer, Turkey and all of that. I believe one of them was Germany. So, and then, like I said, you have and many people with these. So each day we see different individuals, coming on board and giving praise to Russia. So that's that in many people with thee. It says, be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. In verse 8, it goes into it, and we get it in the NLT. It says, a long time from now, you will be called into action. That time is now. It says, in the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war and after his people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel, right? And that's basically going to the fact that Russia is going to come against these individuals, the land of Israel, because of what they're doing right now and destabilizing the Middle East. And we pointed out earlier in Jeremiah 50, around 48 or something, that they will drag Babylon the Great also to this battle. So that's the point with that. And let me grab this. So I had got this, that was the point with that. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse 1, because Yahweh is going to meet these individuals as they prepare themselves for war, right? And I'll grab Joel 3 real quick, because that'll be this. Pretty much this is my last scripture here. All right, so Joel 3 and 10, it says, beat your, let me start at 9. Joel 3 and 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right? And if you get this word Gentiles here, it's not talking about, as in people that know they're Israelites but not practicing the custom. It's talking about actual Gentiles, right? People that are not Israelites, heathen, right? And then you get the definition of it. One is gar and one is nakar, or okay, well, this is gold. So this is a heathen Gentile, not an actual Israelite. That's why it's good to go into words, and that's why the elder apostle Tahar, explains that, so that, as for anybody coming in just now watching the video, you have the scriptures, you have the means and understanding to go into, the definitions of words, how to do that. You have here the Blue Letter Bible. You can, click on this, click on the word and see what it's talking about. And also follow the elder apostles, the men of GMS, to get a better understanding of, what and how you're doing it, just as I do, Anyway, it says, Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong, right? There's no more foremen and all of that. We're in a time of war. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. So the point right there, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. So these individuals that have been docile, chilling, on the sideline are now coming up, boasting themselves against Babylon the Great, right? Pretty much. And, whoever's joined to Babylon the Great. Says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause the mighty ones to come down. O Lord Yahweh Shai, which you'll get into 2nd Esdras chapter 13. It says, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right, which is going to the Lord's judgment, right? For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that is basically a destruction. That's how he's judging them. 2nd Esdras chapter 13, verse 1, it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. So this is Yahweh Shai coming, right? Coming with the chariots, and coming with also his own chariot, which would be a gigantic fathership to beam up the hopeful elect, right? Israelites, pursuant to Matthew 24, starting around verse 29 to 30, right? It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens. These are the chariots, right? The clouds that I mentioned in Revelations 1 and 7, the UAPs that the world are now talking about. It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth fell up when they fill up the fire. So this is a vision that Esdras is interpreting, right? Or, basically explaining to us. And what he's seen was the chariots coming down and firing laser beams at different things. It says, and after this, I beheld, and lo, there were gathered together a multitude of men out of number. And that's going to Revelations 20 that I got, where it says, as the number of the sea, because it's going to be a great multitude, a great army. And Yahushua is going to, and they're going to be doing World War III, basically. And then Yahushua is going to come and meet them, because at that time the nukes will be flying. And Yahushua is going to, protect us and beam us up and all of that. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. And that great mountain is the fathership, that gigantic chariot. It says, but I will have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Right, and that's the point. It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue the cast of sparks and a tempest. Basically, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So Esdras was afraid of the vision that he's seen of the Most High Yahweh Bashmi Shai annihilating these armies that had been gathered together for war, right? So pretty much that has been the point of Russia being regards to these people in World War III spewing. So, soon to come is second Esdras, 15, 16, sedition among men, civil wars and all these things, because we can see that World War III is almost here, right? So we're still waiting. Trump is about to be taking office around January 20th. If he even gets in, all hell is basically brewing to break forth. And with that, I'll say shalom to those elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.